What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua JTM Racing. What's going on? So I know it's been a while since I've posted my last video. It's been over a couple months now, and a few new things have happened. So I added a couple more cars to my car collection, something that I did not need to do, but it happened. What can I say? One of those cars is a clean-ass daily driver, and the other one is a project. Not that I needed another project, but after I got rid of the Camaro, I had to get another car that kind of replaced that feeling. And for anyone who does not know, I got rid of the Camaro and I ended up getting a Chevy Equinox, something that I did not want to do, but it was a big ass financial decision. And I am very happy with myself that I made it, because I'd rather have the money in my pocket than enjoy the badass car. Now, with that being said, I do miss the Camaro very much. And there's times that I'm just like, why did I do that? Why did I get rid of it? But when you start to get older, you got to be smarter. There's other things that are more important than just a fast-ass car. It's actually weird for that to be coming out of my mouth, but there is. And I'd rather have the money in my pocket, like I said. And the Equinox is actually a good-ass daily driver. So I bought a project, and I did talk about it a little bit in the last video I posted. I didn't tell you guys exactly what it was, but I told you what category it fell under, which it's a muscle car, and it's really old school. So at the end of the day, when it's done and it's built, it's going to be way sicker than the Camaro could ever be. It's way more rare. You can't just go out and find one of these and buy it. It has a lot of history to it, and it's not one of a kind, but they didn't make that many of them. And I've also never seen one this year at a car show. Of course, you can look them up and find them, but I've never seen one in person except mine. Now, the daily driver that I got was actually handed down to me for free from my buddy Will. For anyone who has been subscribed to me for a long ass time knows who Will is. And you can probably take a wild guess of what car it is. Super clean, low miles. One of the best daily drivers I've ever had. It's actually 19 years old. And it's just very well maintained and well taken care of. Willie always kept it garaged, washed, kept the leather interior clean and conditioned, did all the regular maintenance on it. So it's a very nice car, and I actually been driving it quite a bit. I actually like it more than the Equinox because I feel like it's more like a man's car. I know it's funny, but it just does. I feel better driving this 19-year-old car over my Chevy Equinox. Even though the Equinox is clean, it's a good-ass daily driver, it's great on gas, and it's not bad. With my future plans for it, it'll actually be kind of a sick-ass little whip. But, yeah, so with that being said, let's check them out. Yeah, let's check them out. So I'm going to start off with showing you the good old Equinox. Still super clean, all taken care of. It's a good little car, ain't gonna lie. It actually has a little ding in the hood. I don't know if you guys can see it. But some punk ass kid about a month and a half ago decided to throw like this mini boulder at my windshield twice, and it like bashed in the whole windshield, almost so bad to where I couldn't really drive it. I drove it to get it home because it was somewhere else, but I couldn't really drive besides that. And trust me, you do not want to replace a windshield on one of these. They're $12.85 because they have to be recalibrated, and it's hard to find an aftermarket piece of glass. I ended up getting a screaming deal because Safelight quoted me wrong. They quoted me $850. They didn't throw in the recalibration with that price, which that was their fault on their end. They said it was $850 out the door. So I ended up getting it done for like right under $1,000. But yeah, try not to have one of these windshields crack on you or something happen to you like it happened to me, because it's pretty expensive for what kind of car it is. I mean, $12.85 for an Equinox, Come on, God's sakes. Like it's an Equinox. I could understand the Camaro. But yeah, let's check out the daily driver. Boom! The 01 Impala. Like I said, for anyone who has been subscribed to me for a long time knows there's a video on this car. Willie bought this car the same day I bought the 924S Porsche. And it's a video called 2 Cars in One Day. I know that kind of sounds funny, kind of sounds like a porn. But super clean car. 01 Impala, 3800 series motor. Only has 70K on it. Paint's in really good shape. Does need to be buffed and waxed. It's just a clean ass car, and I do have a bunch of future plans for this. It's gonna be sick when it's done. It's already sick and it's just stock. Clean ass leather interior. It's just fresh inside and out. It's a cruiser. To me, it's like my GM mob car. See if I can get this hood popped out pretty. So there was a recall on these for the intake gasket, which Willie had that taken care of. Like I said, it's very well maintained. Always had its oil changes, transmission flushes, radiator flush. Tranny's actually been rebuilt. New battery that I put in. And then I had to replace the driver's side window regulator since I've had it, but that's it. Next thing I'll be doing to it is a couple little mods. I got to do drill and slaughter rotors and pads. I'm gonna upgrade the brakes while I'm at it. I'll probably do the dual factory exhaust that comes off either the GTP or the Dale Earnhardt edition, which is, I believe, the Intimidator. And then I do plan on supercharging this because of how clean it is. There's a company out there called ZZP. Pretty much they have this huge aftermarket line for these cars, for the Monte Carlo, the Impala, the GTPs, etc. But yeah, clean ass car. I'll just fire it up for you. Why not? AC ice cold, all factory in here. Do want to put a double din in it, some aftermarket speakers. Thing purrs. Well, there she is. Let's go check out the project now. So in the last clip, how I said the recall on this car was an intake gasket, it wasn't the intake gasket, it was the valve cover. I was confused because the 3.1s and the 3.8s tend to have intake gasket issues, but these had a valve cover recall because the valve covers tend to leak. So yeah, that's what the recall was, not the intake gasket. And we're probably going to check out the project tomorrow because it is getting very dark out. and I want you guys to see that car in the daylight. So you'll be seeing the project here in a second. What's up, everybody? So it's the next day. I just got home from work and there's a little bit of sunlight left. So let's check out this project car. Here we go. Boom! 77 Nova Concourse. Now what makes this Nova rare is that it's a Concourse, which that's the trim package, which it's a little bit different than your standard Nova. Different tail lights, different grille, had chrome trim all over the car, different interior. It was like the luxury model that Chevy made for the Nova. They're very hard to come across. That's why I say it's rare. I've never seen one until I bought this one, and then I did some research. Of course, you can find them on Google Images, and they're there, but I've never seen one in person, never seen one at a car show. So it's a cool ass car. Now, the tail lights. Standard Nova would only have 2 squares. This has 3. Even has the Concourse badge and the reverse light. The grille also has the Concourse badge and the running lights or the turn signals. I'm not sure. The grille is off the car right now. It's in the garage because I broke one of the tabs working on the car. No biggie, it's fixable. The car is really straight. There's a couple little spots on the car that needs work. Like this fender right here. This spot on the hood. And this rear quarter panel. But other than that, body is super straight. No rust in the trunk pan. Really no rust in the floor pan at all, just surface. The car did have interior, but it was totally shot, stunk, was dirty. You felt dirty just getting in the car, so I did gut it. The only thing that I did not take out is the door cards. Definitely need some love in here though. These bucket seats are out of some type of Chrysler, some newer car. Garbage. They don't even sit level, so it's very uncomfortable. I did start mounting and wiring some gauges in here. They all work except the oil pressure gauge. Still have to finish up installing that one. I have the line running through the firewall, but I have to hook it up to the side of the block where your oil pressure sensor is. So I got to get some brass fittings and make that work. All the lights work on them and stuff though. Now this car has a 305 small block with a turbo 350 tranny. When I bought it off the guy, the ad said it had a 700 R4, which I think he was wrong because I do not think there is any overdrive. I bought the car for 1,100 bucks running and driving. He was asking $2 grand OBO. I got it for 1,100 bucks. Needs a lot of work, but it's also, or it was, a steal as well. I mean, 1,100 bucks for a Nova Concourse like this, super straight. Pretty good buy actually, even if it wasn't running. First day I bought it, found out that the tranny was slipping real bad. Tranny definitely has to be rebuilt. Has a lot of metallic on the dipstick. And then I just flushed the radiator not too long ago because it had a bunch of old nasty rusty water in it, and I put coolant in it, which sometimes when you have water in your cooling system, all the hard water buildup will help the system stay sealed. And once you put coolant in it, you'll find leaks that you didn't know you had, because it kind of helps wash away all that hard water and corrosion buildup, because you actually have coolant in the cooling system. So a few days ago I did that. Water pump is leaking now. Not too sure if it has a blown head gasket or not, because I'm getting a lot of bubbles in the radiator, but that could be due to the water pump seal being bad and letting air into the system. So I am going to get an aftermarket aluminum radiator, like a 3-row with double fans, and do a new thermostat and a new water pump, and then just flush the system completely and put coolant in it and go from there. This 305 runs so smooth and clean. I really hope it doesn't have a blown head gasket. But yeah, let's pop the hood real quick so you guys can take a look. If I can get it open. There it is. 305 small block. It needed a battery, so for now, I took the battery out of the Jimmy, put it in here. So the Jimmy is not being driven, so why waste the battery? Car definitely needs a lot of work. But like I said, when it's done, it's going to be way sicker than the Camaro could ever be. Just because it's rare and it's not one of a kind, but you don't see them a lot. So when it's done and how I'm going to do it, it's going to be super sick. Super sick. Let's fire her up real quick. Just so you guys can hear her run. She fired right up. No problem. Has a little single tailpipe right out the passenger side with a big ass fucking tip on it, like a truck fucking exhaust tip. But that'll be changed to true duals. Not too sure what path I'm gonna go with this car. I was thinking about putting this thing on the bottle or doing like a fat ass single turbo, because that is JTM racing. I mean, boost it. That would be sick. So either way, we'll figure it out. But yeah, this car needs a lot of work. But when it's done, it's gonna have this mean ass wide stance to it on these Camaro wheels. It's gonna be lowered. It'll probably be like a dark satin blue, and then have gray interior. And there will be like little things I do here and there, like the grill will be blacked out, all the bezels. So the bezels around your side markers will be black. The bezels around the tail lights will be black. The bumpers will probably just be polished up. I'll probably take this black plastic shit off and weld all the holes shut and then get them re-chromed. The Concourse badges will be blacked out. All this trim will probably just be polished. Not too sure, one thing at a time. But it's a dope ass car. So I hope you guys like it. And there will be definitely a lot of future videos on it. And don't worry guys, Civic's still chilling under a car cover. I washed it like a week or two ago. What's up, bud? Meow. But it's chilling. So we'll be doing mad videos on this as well. I know you guys want to see the Civic. I promise you, we'll get some more footage on the Civic. Well, that's it for tonight, guys. It's getting late. So if you guys haven't yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, leave comments, throw out ideas. If anybody wants to help out on a build, hook it up, whatever, you know. I got a bunch of shit I need to build, that's for sure. So if anyone has, like, you know, old school Nova parts laying around, I mean, I'll buy them. Let's do it. Let's get these cars done. Peace.